Fixing something isn't just, it's not just solving a problem, it's actually saying, I believe that we should be able to fix things. I studied sculpture originally, and then I studied product design, and I think this combination of those two things gave me the idea for Sugru. So I really like materials and experimenting with materials as a sculptor, but I'm very interested in solving everyday problems for people. One of the most difficult parts for me was actually raising funding to fund the development of a product that, you know, now that it exists, it seems to make sense in people's minds, but when you describe that and it doesn't exist yet and you can't show them anything, then that's really hard to raise funding. Some of the best advice that I've ever had actually was a friend said to me at that point, you know, I know you really want to make this like a big household brand and you want to have this everywhere and you want it to be really mainstream, but actually, you know, why don't you think small to start with and make it really good? And if you've got like 10 people using this, well then they're going to tell their friends and you're going to grow to 100. And if you've got 100 people, you can grow to 1,000. Whereas if you're aiming for thousands from the start, well, you know, you're going to need a massive budget and you might fail. And I guess the thing that really changed from when I had the idea for Sugru back in 2003, 2004 to the point where we had the technology in 2009 was that social media was now there, you know, like Facebook and Twitter, blogs that didn't really exist back in 2003 in the same way that it does now. The reason we're doing this is because we really believe that the world will be a better place if more people can repair their stuff, if they can kind of take control and like adapt the design to make it work for them. And that's a real sort of hacker, maker sort of mentality. But we believe that like the world will be a better place if more people think like that. So we really kind of said that actually and just kind of put our mission and our personality right at the front of it, which I think has been the key to making it work online actually, because people can see that we're real people, we really care about something, we've put a lot of time and effort into developing the technology, and it really works. That's the main thing as well. It's not us that's saying it works, you know, it's thousands of people on our website who are sharing their stories, and of course you're going to trust you know, not the manufacturer but the users of the product. And I'll tell you about one of those, which is this really cool use that a dad in Germany sent us an image, and it's basically a hack for a digital camera so that his 3-year-old can take photographs and he doesn't have to worry if he lets the camera fall, because if he lets it fall, it just bounces. I mean, who could imagine that actually that somebody would do this? But once Stefan, this guy's name is Stefan that did this, once he did it and he sent us the picture, actually we made a video, we made our own and then threw it around to test it, and that video has something like 100,000 views on YouTube now, and we've seen a lot of people copy it, and if you put childproof camera into Google now, it comes up in the top 3 or top 5. So it just shows actually that it doesn't have to, you know, a solution doesn't have to be a commercial product. A hack can become a solution for a lot of people. There's some really sort of powerful spirit or something in the fixing and making community, and I think that's actually a really attractive thing, and we really want to promote that culture. So we put all of our user stories at the very center of what we do. And we're very lucky that then Sugru gets a little bit of that spirit around it as a brand. So not everybody has the confidence to fix stuff. And something that we're increasingly trying to build into our site is step-by-step instructions so that people can like look at, okay, so somebody else fixed their hiking boot. How did they do it? And I can now learn from them and go through those 3 or 4 steps or whatever to get a successful repair. We made a funny video around what is the future of fixing, and of course we believe the future of fixing is human, you know, it's like people being clever and coming up with simple solutions, but we made it all about this robot that goes around fixing stuff for you, but he's not able to repair everything. Yeah, it's crazy. That was like our most popular video ever, and it was something like 2.5 million views now or something like that. I would say that the most important thing for anybody who's thinking about starting a company or developing a product is just make sure that you really believe in it and make sure that you're passionate about that product, because it's going to be difficult. It's going to be much more difficult than you think, and it's going to take much longer than you think. And the only way that you'll actually follow it through is if you really actually are passionate about it and you really believe it's going to make a difference for somebody.